The Legacy multi-kit is the best West Coast sound kit that has ever been made. Now let me say that again. It's not the best West Coast kit that I've ever made. This is just the best West Coast kit that has ever been made. Period. Now here's everything that comes in the kit. I'm gonna have to get my phone because it's a lot. There's 100 royalty-free loops. Each loop comes with all of the MIDI from the loop plus the FLP. 150 royalty-free custom-made vocal runs. What does custom-made vocal runs mean? It means they aren't things from Splice and Arcade and anything like that. I actually commissioned singers to make vocal runs and I edited them up and I made them perfect for making beats. Bro, I'm telling you, it's crazy. 107 royalty-free accents and phrases. We'll get more into that later. 100 royalty-free melody starters, 115 royalty-free one-shots, 50 royalty-free midis, and then 10 FL Studio mixer presets. Now, if you didn't hear me say it before, the whole kit is royalty-free. That's crazy. Now, I do want to let y'all know that the kit will be 75% off for the first week, and after that, it's going to be going back up to full price. So, if you do want to get all these sounds for $50, you have to make sure to get it before December 8th. So, I highly recommend that you get the kit right now because it's going to be the lowest price that you're going to see for it. Now in this video, I am going to be breaking down 3 of my favorite loops that I put inside this kit. But before we do that, I want to go over some of the sounds because I ain't gonna lie, they're pretty crazy. Oh, also side note, I'm going to be leaving bookmarks at the bottom of the video right here so you can click and skip to whatever part you want to. First thing you see is like this incredible artwork. Shout out to Plan Beats. He does like all of my kit artwork for like the most recent kits I've been doing. But first, folder right here, the accents. Now the accents, like their goal is to drag and drop them into your project to spice things up. So if you have like a loop or maybe you have like some drums and you feel like your beat just isn't necessarily there, it's kind of missing something, you would want to go to this folder right here so you can just drag and drop something in and then instantly spice up your beats. Now let me grab my favorite one real quick. I know you heard that. That's crazy. And we're going to drag and drop it in. Now, I want you to notice something real quick. The BPM is 88 right here. The project BPM that I'm at is 100, but it's automatically stretched. So you don't have to sit there and try to like perfectly line everything up. Every single accent, every single file in here, you feel me, is automatically time stretched. So with that being said, let me show y'all a couple more of the ones that I really, really like. That one is so beautiful, bro. That one is so beautiful. That's hard. That's hard too. And one of the dopest things about all of these accents is that they were made with the Prophet 6. So these didn't come from VSTs. They were all made from an actual synthesizer, bro. Like, and then the loops, bro. So these are all the samples right here, and then for each one you got all of the FLPs for it and all of the MIDI too. So if you want to sit here and you want to just be like, hey man, I can't really figure out like the bass line so I can lay down the 808s and everything like that, you just go into the loop, get this right here, and then boom, you immediately have the perfect layout for all your 808s. And like I said, these are all royalty free too. These are some of like the best loops that I've ever made and I've ever put together, and I just was like, oh, royalty free, why not? Put them in this kit, boom. Then we just got the midis right here. I'm sure we all know what midis are and anything like that, so I don't really got to go over these, but just a lot of dope stuff in here that you can use to like start an idea or just enhance your beat. We got the mixer presets right here, so you can just take these, drag them over here, and it just makes things like super easy for you. Boom. Just like that, and you can instantly sauce up whatever you're putting that on. And then we got the one shots. So with all of these one shots, I made them using my Prophet 6, and I also made them using actual instruments. So when you see it that it says bell, I actually got like a mallet right here, like a little kalimba. I did like the, you feel me? And I made one shots out of that. And when you see things like this, like flute, I actually got flutes. I actually got flutes like off of Amazon and like recorders and stuff like that, and I made all these one shots from scratch, so you literally just can't find them anywhere else. And these right here, like nylon guitars, it's an actual guitar, bro. I really tried to go above and beyond with this kit right here. You know what, vocals, we're gonna say vocals for last because vocals are they might be my favorite part of the whole kit. Another thing that's like super dope in here is the melody starters. These are basically just a whole bunch of different elements that you could use to either start an idea, enhance your beat, or just make something completely from scratch. Just for an example, like let's say I wanted to make a melody but I'm kind of like lacking inspiration, or maybe I'm going through beat block. What I can do is I can just grab this chord progression right here. Look, automatically time stretch too, so we don't have to change it. And then maybe we can sit here and go get like a little counter melody. Layer that up too. And then maybe we can go right here, we can get like a little stab. And then maybe add like another stab right here. And boom, just like that, you have yourself like a great starting point for a whole beat. And there's like literally 100 of these in here, bro. So we have just like stabs, we have little melodies and stuff like that, synth leads, chords, arps, and just anything that you can imagine. Now, with that being said, you can even sauce it up more with some of the vocals. You feel me? Automatically time stretched as well. So you can just take these. We're gonna throw these on the mixer channel real quick. We're gonna use one of the mixer presets. You can do the Vox Mix 1, maybe turn down the volume 2 because these can get a little loud. And then watch. Y'all saw how easy that was. It's just drag, drop, and then you immediately have something to use. Now let's go over the vocals real quick. Every single vocal in here also has the dry version, so just in case you don't like the effects that I put on it or the effects that Daniel Saint Music didn't put on there, you have the option to use it dry. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the effects are fire. That's hard, bro. That's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, he snapped on that, bro. And the best part about it is that all these vocals are royalty free too. So you can drag and drop them into your beats and you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, if I drag and drop this in, do I have to give 50%? Do I have to give like 70% of all my and everything? Like, you don't have to worry about any of that. You can literally just drag, drop, and have that peace of mind of knowing that you can still collect all of what is owed to you. You feel me? Now, I got the more R&B styled ones right here. So if you be making blast beats or you be making Kalen type beats, these are the ones for you.
I've been waiting for someone like you.
She's so nasty, bro.
I'ma buy you flowers.
Woo! Bro, I'm telling you, bro, she go crazy, bro. Now, I think that's enough of me showcasing the kit. I think it's time to get into the loop breakdown, so let's get to it. So I ain't gonna lie, this is probably one of my favorite loops in the whole kit. I really felt like some of my loops were sounding a little too similar and anything like that, so I really wanted to kind of go outside the box with this one, and we'll get into it when I break it down. The first thing that I did was lay down some chords, bro. I went into the JV 1080, I got this preset right here, and I laid down this chord progression. Fire, right? Come on, quit playing with me, bro. Quit playing with me. All I did was just put like a little bit of reverb on here, and I just ducked down the high end just a little bit. And with this chord progression right here, I really just wanted to do something different, like I said, bruh. So normally I don't put like the second chord right here. I don't normally do like little bouncy things like this, but I was like, man, let me make it feel more retro and everything like that. And let me just go crazy with it. So that's how I got to that point right there. And then the next thing I did was just layer it with an instance of Lounge Lizard. This is just the default preset, and I just made it a little bit more quiet. I wanted it to sit underneath those MK80 chords and just kind of have it support and just make it feel more full. Only thing I did with this was just add some RC20 on it, a little bit of detuning, a little bit of wobble, a little bit of distortion, cut out the highs and lows a little bit of noise, a little bit of I still don't know what the magnetic side does, but you feel me, it's on there though, you know what I mean? And then like I said, I wanted things to be a little bit different on this one, so I got the Evolution Dracus guitar right here with the Jazz Box preset, and I put on all these effects just so I can kind of get that wah kind of feel. I put on Effect Rack with the wah wah and Memory Man preset. I turned it down to about 50% in the mix right here. Did some EQing to make it fit in the mix better. Good old delay, good old reverb. And I ain't gonna lie, like the effects play a huge role into this part sounding how it does, because this is what it sounds like with no effects. And then this is what it sounds like with all the effects on. As you can see, way saucier, way saucier. And I'm sure you're sitting there thinking like, yo, how'd you get that little like sound on the last note? I'm not the best at playing the keyboard and doing like the mod wheel and everything like that. But what you can do is you can draw in MIDI like this right here. You can hit record, and then you can record and then do like the pitch and the mod wheel as much as you want throughout it. So that's what I ended up doing right here too. So even though I said that I didn't really want to put a synth lead in here because I wanted things to be a little bit different, I couldn't help myself, right? Like, you got a wavy loop like this, I gotta put a synth lead on it. So I guess the compromise I made in my head was like, okay, you could put a synth lead in, but you're gonna do it for a B section and you're gonna make it sound way different than any other synth lead that you normally do. So I got triangle space lead. I turned off the first oscillator, so just turn off the A. I only used the B one, and I did this little pattern right here. And then when it comes to the effects, I just threw on Juno chorus, delay, reverb, EQ, that's it. Then after that, gotta add the bass, you feel me? So I went into Xenology. Dude, when I was making this kit, I was using Xenology a lot. Xenology has really been growing on me for like the past few months, bro. Especially a lot of like their basses too. Like, so I got the Rubber BS2 bass, and I laid down this pattern. And since I was going for kind of like Larry June, Blxst kind of vibes, I wanted to make sure it was like super bouncy. So that's why you see like little moments like this, where it's just a lot of walking up and down in the scale and just like a lot of notes just making it like super bouncy. Also, just remember when you're messing with synth basses, the velocity matters a bunch. So there's a reason why it's this low, you feel me? Like when it gets too high, it'll get kind of like sharp. You bring it lower, it sounds a little bit cleaner in my opinion. Yeah, but with that being said, this is what the bass sound like. Quit playing with me, quit playing with me, quit playing with me, quit playing with me. All right, then for the effects, nothing too crazy, just EQ ducking out the highs. And then after that, bro, like I was like, this loop is basically done. But at the time, I had just gotten these vocal runs back, and I was all like, yeah, let's just see how they sound in there, bro. So I took the first vocal run that's in the Legacy kit, and then I also layered it with the number 6 one right here as well. Come on, bro. And I'm telling you, like, these are like custom made vocals. Like, I went and I reached out to people and I commissioned singers to like make vocals from scratch. Like, this isn't something that you could just go on Splice and find. This isn't something that you can go on Arcade and find. It's something that you can only find with me. And I wanted to make sure I did that because I just wanted to give y'all something fresh, something that y'all have never heard before, you feel me? And then for the effects, I just did delay, crystalline, which is like a reverb plugin. But this one, I just wanted it to change like the acoustic of the vocals, you feel me? And then this one right here, just EQ, just getting rid of a bunch of the highs, all of the lows, and then some of the mids and high mids right here. And then this right here is just throwing on some chorus. And then lastly, I just added this little guitar stab right here. And that was really just to add some impact onto the loop. I love adding like little impact sounds just to make the loop feel more present and everything like that, bruh. So this is what the loop sounds like. Now when it comes to more of the darker loops that are in this kit, this is one of my favorite ones, bro. It's called Ambition, bro. Let's get to it. So first thing, just like some chords, just a little bit of chords in the piano and everything like that, bro. Load up, there you go, the Grandeur piano. And I just laid down this one chord right here, and that's the only chord we got to deal with. And then if we look at the effects, just reverb, that's about it, 36%, turn that low cut up. And then after that, I copied the Grandeur piano again, and I made like this kind of like bass line pattern right here, where it just goes boom right here, and then it goes to like the little two darker tension chords right here. And then I'm using a lot of these like little tension notes right here. I don't know the actual terminology for it, but whenever you use these two notes right here that are right next to each other in the scale, it just makes everything sound like a little bit darker, you feel me? And then if we look on the mixer channel, no effects. Sometimes VSTs be getting it right, bro. And then just to make it feel a little bit more full, I got an instance of Lounge Lizard, brother. Right here, the default preset. And I just laid down that same chord, one down an octave, one up an octave, and I just layered it on top of those two sounds. What we got on there? It just sounds like some reverb. Yep, there you go. Just some reverb, and that's about it. All right, then the next thing we got was this lead right here in Purity. It's the simple sign, just a good old little simple sign, bro. All I did was just turn the attack up on the envelope right here, and that's about it. And this is what I did, bro. Now, one thing I like about this loop is that everything is simple. It's just like a lot of simple elements. You feel me? Like nothing too crazy. Now let's go on to the, jeez, I threw on so many effects to this, bro. I'm sure this is very unnecessary. I'm sure I was just being like very extra with it. But delay, chorus, phaser, flanger, reverb, EQ. Did it really make that much of a difference? Hold up. So I will say I was definitely being extra with the effects. Like, was that necessary? Probably not. And then the next thing I did right here was this little stab trick where one of them does not have delay on it. So when you listen to them together, you get that little pow, pow, like little thing effect and everything like that. And then the next thing I did was go into Xenology right here. I got the rubber BS2 bass, and I basically copied the low piano notes, but I just made a couple extra notes just so it was a little bit more bouncy. And then for the effects, all I did was really just add in the EQ right here, boosting up a little bit of the lows, taking out a good amount of those highs. I was really just trying to make it fit within the mix. At this point, the loop is basically done. I'm really just adding like ear candy and layers just to make it sound more full and more interesting. So I got the Glass Bell Bright preset, and I just laid down these notes right here. And then I got this little wah sound effect right here. There you go. There you go. And then the very last thing that I added was this lead for a B section. Dude, with these loops that I put in the kit, I really try to go above and beyond. So a lot of them have like a B section. A lot of them have elements that get added later on and everything like that. So like everything is just like super high quality. You feel me? So I got the Mini Rick preset right here, and I threw some EQ, some delay, and some reverb. All right, so this is what the lead sounds like by itself. And that's everything that's in the loop. So with that being said, this is what it sounds like when you put everything together. right, and for the last loop that we're gonna be breaking down today, it's gonna be one of the ones where I think is gonna be one of y'all favorites, but this one is called A Falling Star. It's like literally one of the first loops that you see when you open up the kit. Lounge Lizard right here, default preset. I only use the default one. And if we look at the chords right here, it's just a simple chord progression. We got the minor 7th chord right here, and then we go down to this one, same chord, and then we just go up one, and then you just make sure that they're in key. Boom, just like that. Then all I did was just copy it over, and I just took these notes right here. They're originally right here, and I just copied them up 1 octave. So if you don't know how to do that, control down arrow, control up arrow. And then for the effects, nothing. Then the very next thing that I did was I got a synth lead, because right when I got the chorus, I was like, hey, the vibe is already here. Let me lay down a synth lead melody. And I ain't gonna lie, for a lot of my synth leads, I would normally play them just like that. But I noticed that when I play things and I improvise melodies for synth leads, I end up playing a lot of similar melodies. So what I've been doing lately is I've been clicking them all in lately, bro. Now, as you can tell, there's a lot of reverb on here. EQ, boosting up some of the highs, delay, and then some Valhalla vintage verb reverb on there, brother. Then next thing, bass line, bro. So I'm really just copying the root notes from the chords. So if we just take these right here and we copy it over here, it's like, it's the same thing, bro. You feel me? And then this one right here is in Trillion, and the preset is the bulbous bass. Yeah, there you go. Then I threw this crash right here. This is really just to kind of like set the vibe. Then just for like a little counter melody and like ear candy and everything like that, I went to the Triton Extreme. I got the fine crystal bell, and I laid down these right here. You feel me? Nothing too crazy, just 4 little notes right here. Ain't nothing too crazy. Then all I did was just throw some delay on it. That's about it, bro. Now the next 2 things are just gonna be layers. So I got this pad right here. Oh, look at this. The Larry pad from Summer Nights. There's just some sounds that are in some of the banks I put out that are just so good that like I can't help but not use them. You feel me? And one of them is this pad right here. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's hard. Then just to add like more character to the loop, I ended up getting the Evolution Dracus guitar right here with the Jazz Box preset, and I ended up putting the same chords on here again, and this is what it sounds like. And then the very last thing is just a little bit of ear candy. I just got these chimes out of my Infinite Go-To drum kit. And with that being said, bro, this is the full loop, and this is what it sounds like all together. right, so I just want to say thank you to everybody for making it out to the end of the video. I really appreciate y'all. This is kind of a longer video, so I'm just happy that y'all are here. You feel me? Before I get up out of here, I just want to say one more time, the Legacy kit is out now. It is like my most proud piece of work. I really called it Legacy because I really wanted to make something that would cement my legacy in history. You feel me? It's $50 right now, which is 75% off the original price. If you want to get it for that low price, make sure to get it right now because it goes away on December 8th. So with that being said, if you like the video, hit the like. If you want to comment, throw a comment. If you want to sub, hit the sub. Peace out, bro.